Thanks for tuning in to my weekly video devotion. This is the October 14th edition. I'm going to read today from Paul's letter to the Philippians, chapter 4, beginning at verse 4. Rejoice in the Lord always. Again, I say rejoice. Let your gentleness be known to everyone. The Lord is near. Do not worry about anything, but in everything by prayer and supplication, with thanksgiving let your requests be made known to God. And the peace of God, which surpasses all understanding, guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus. Finally, beloved, whatever is true, whatever is honorable, whatever is just, whatever is pure, whatever is pleasing, whatever is commendable, if there is any excellence and if there is anything worthy of praise, think about these things. Keep on doing the things that you have learned and received and heard and seen in me, and the God of peace will be with you. The word of the Lord. So earlier today, I was on a conference call with our interim bishop, Andrea DeGritt-Nesdal, and with other roster leaders who serve in our Three River Conference. It was a really good meeting. It was wonderful to see some of my colleagues that I hadn't been in conversation with since the end of May. One of the things the bishop asked us was, how are we taking care of ourselves? Are we taking our days off? And I appreciated that message and her concern for us. As I thought about how we stay positive during these trying days, this famous Philippians passage came to mind. Paul wrote this letter from prison. Here Christ had called him to spread the gospel. He'd planted numerous churches, wanted to plant more, but can't do it because he's in prison. Paul had to be frustrated, but instead he made good use of his time. He spent that time to write letters to some of those churches that he'd planted, addressing some of the concerns and struggles they were going through. And he also spent that time to preach the gospel, to preach it to his fellow prisoners and also to the prison staff. So what can we learn from Paul as we're kept from doing so many of the things that we love to do during this pandemic? Paul really gives us an answer in the last two verses of this passage. And basically what he says is, hold on. He says, finally, beloved, whatever is true, whatever is honorable, whatever is just, whatever is pure, whatever is pleasing, whatever is commendable, if there is any excellence or anything worthy of praise, think on these things. So let us follow Paul's advice. In the midst of these difficult days, let us look for the blessings in our lives. Give thanks to God for them. Let us cherish our families. Let us stay connected to our friends. Let's make sure that we're taking time each week to engage in activities that bring us joy. Let us hold on to Christ. And let us thank God that the technology exists, so even if we don't feel comfortable coming to church, we can worship from our homes. Paul's time in prison eventually came to an end, and the same is true of this pandemic. So hold on. This too shall pass. Thanks for tuning in.